Hello everyone, here we are back for another guide here, Vineyard Acres, hole 7, par 5. And just checking things out here, it looks very similar to the old hole. Now, what you might want to consider doing, especially if you're like me, I have to play with this Guardian because my sniper really doesn't have enough backspin. So it really kind of forces my hand a little bit. You want to make sure that you have at least a sniper 8. But ideally, you do want to ultimately switch over to sniper. You just have to make sure that you're kind of hitting that minimum number. So in terms of, what I'm going to do, especially on tailwinds, you're going to see me use a plus 10% elevation booster. And right around 6 rings here. I want to make sure that that's not going to roll out too far. Doesn't look like it will. And as I mentioned, right around 6 rings. Right there. Shouldn't need to... Great ball is going to block it out towards the left a little bit, but shouldn't be a big deal. Just going to, get it a little bit over towards the left a little bit more. I'd rather have it, kind of favoring the right-hand side a little bit, kind of keep the distance down, but overall not too bad. We'll be plenty good from there. Here you can see my opponent has a Guardian 8. I have a Guardian 5, so I'm going to be kind of out-clubbed a little bit. Not necessarily too big of a deal. As I mentioned, the backspin is kind of a priority over topspin. We can kind of get away with kind of minimal effort and just kind of get through this hole more so than anything and just try to get to the shootout. It's kind of the strategy that you'll see me do. Now, you can see my opponent did get this up very far. That's actually really well done, getting it around the trees. It'll be nice if I can get down there, but I may not be able to. I did outdrive my opponent, however, got well out-clubbed here. 3 levels, extra topspin, stuff like that. I'm going to still use this plus 10% because I'm going to go full overpower, which is kind of, accounting for extra. So I'm kind of just going to be looking at 4 rings over as kind of my land zone. I'm going to try to go, relatively full and just hope for a close to perfect ball here. Do keep in mind, it's not essential that you absolutely hit the fairway here. If you can get it up here far, even from the rough, I'll be able to bend it up there around the trees and still manage to get through this hole. Here you can see I'm just about up in line with my opponent, so I'm pretty happy about that. Looks like just a little bit short. For this next one, for some reason, I don't know what it is, but it doesn't really play uphill on this hole. It should, but it doesn't. So what I do recommend is, maybe a flat elevation here plus 0 number. I may even go to a plus 5 as kind of an overplay, just to kind of account for wind effect. And here you'll see that I'm putting it on my thorn. And as I mentioned, for whatever reason, this doesn't like to play uphill very much. So where's Max? Here's Max Club. And I won't be able to land it at Max Club. As you can see, I need to be about 2 rings from it. So you'll have to see that I'll have to land it kind of right around here with some side spin, kind of like this. You can see that I'm getting it to run out towards the hole here, right around there. And you can see that Max Club tells me 2.0. I'm basically touching Max Club, so that's what you're going to see me shoot for here. 2 rings. So that great ball may clip the rough. Nope, it looks like I'm good. But it's probably going to shoot it out towards the right-hand side. So you could see with the way that I needed to land that, I needed to get very aggressive. I still have not yet mastered the timing. I keep thinking, the needle's kind of coming in hot. And I've been kind of anticipating it kind of like a sniper shot. And it's not quite that, fast of a needle. But as you can see, it is, speeding up quite a bit. And you'll see, especially switching between tours, now that there's a needle speed for every tour has a different needle speed, it can really mess up your timing going from tour to tour. So something to consider not doing. But I'm going to break this up and I'll catch you guys on the shootout.